Howdy, this is Chuck with Simply NUC, and this is the P360 Ultra, the latest workstation from Simply NUC. And as always, we're going to take a look at what's in the box. This being kind of a much larger than normal box. Inside the box, there'll be a power supply and a country cord for your locale. The unit itself is well protected in the shipping. Taking a look at the external I/O and starting from the front, the USB ports on the front are all USB 3.2 Gen 2 10 gigabit. There are two Type-C and one Type-A. The 3.5 millimeter HD audio jack does support stereo headset, which has a microphone. There is a power button and a LED to illuminate that the unit is on. Standing the unit up, you have rubber feet in this axis, but if you'd like to lay the unit down, there's also rubber feet on one of the sides. And now, taking a look at the back I/O, starting at the bottom, you can see the power connector. This is a rectangular power connector. Above it are four USB 3.2 Gen 2 10 gigabit Type-A ports. Above that, you can see that there's three display port connectors. The unit does support four 4K monitors or a single 8K monitor. Next, we have our gigabit Ethernet and a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. On the top is our low profile, double wide, half-length plug-in video or plug-in card slot. At the bottom, you can see our single wide, low profile, half-length card slot. In the middle, you can see the case ejector, which we'll use to take the top off. Just above the case ejector, you can see the Kensington lock support. Also, you may notice the large hot air exhaust from the 65-watt processor for cooling. Next, we'll take a look at what's inside the chassis. Before we take a look at the inside, I've put on my anti-static SNUC and wrist strap, and we have our anti-static surface. It's always important to be properly equipped when having access to static sensitive parts. The toolless design allows us to press the ejection lever, and while holding it, I just pull the top away. Starting with the top side of the unit and the back I/O, you can see the half-length, low-profile, single-width, secondary plug-in card slot. And this can support cards such as additional Ethernet cards. Above it, you can see two of the four DIMM slots. The unit comes with 16 gig of memory and does support up to 128 gig of memory, either ECC or regular. Looking under the cooling assembly and opening it up, at the bottom you can see the two 2280 M.2 slots. Both of these are PCIe Gen 4 and do support up to a total of 16 terabytes. And near the front of the unit at the top of your video, you can see the 2230 M.2 slot for the optional Wi-Fi card. Let's take a look at the other side now. Starting on the right side is our double wide, low profile, half-length PCIe plug-in card slot. And Simply NUC has three different graphics options to choose from. Under the CPU cooling fan is our two other DIMM slots. These four slots support up to 128 gig of RAM. You can also see the CPU socket, and yes, the unit is upgradable. The Simply NUC P360 Ultra can be ordered in either an i9 or i7 vPro model, up to 128 gigabytes of memory, including ECC support, With the two M.2 slots, you can order up to 16 terabytes of PCI Express SSD. The optional 2.5-inch SSD slot supports an additional 8 terabytes for up to 24 terabytes of storage. Head over to simplynuc.com at the links below and custom configure your P360 Ultra workstation today. Thank you.